Hello family, welcome back to my channel. This is my first deep conditioner for this year 2022 and I'm excited to share it with you guys because it's a brand new recipe that I just put together. Now I'm using 2 of my favorite ingredients. The first one is fenugreek, which you can see here. These are soaked fenugreek seeds, and what I did was I put the fenugreek seeds in this bowl and then I put some hot water into the bowl and then I let it sit overnight and it got very soft. When fenugreek gets soft, it tends to swell up. The picture at the top right is what fenugreek looks like when it's dry. When the seeds are dry, of course they're not joined together, but once you soak them in water, especially hot water, they tend to swell up and become sticky. Fenugreek is sticky in consistency once you blend it into a paste. So I'm simply going to transfer my fenugreek from the bowl into my blender and then I'll proceed to blend this into a paste. Now I'm going to point out to you guys that I did make some mistakes when I was preparing this batch. I put too much of the fenugreek into this small blender cup and I should have gone by half quantity. That I should have used half of what was in the jar. But this is the entire quantity that I used to make the paste for my hair. And I just want to point out that if you're doing this, you want to make sure that you don't use this much, especially if your blender cup is small. So you can just go by half and then blend it in small quantities. This was too much. And also I needed to put water in this blender cup, but I didn't do that. It blended to a smooth consistency, but once you add water, it smoothens the paste even more and it makes it not to be too thick. So those are some of the mistakes that I made. I'm going to point out others, if any, as the video progresses. By the way, my new subscribers, thank you so much for tuning into this channel today. If you're an old subscriber and OG, thank you once again for checking us out. Everyone, kindly give this video a thumbs up to help with engagement, to help more people find this video on Google and YouTube, and to help this video to reach a wider audience. If you have people who you feel need to see content like this, kindly tap that share button and copy my link and also share this video with such people. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section and I will answer as soon as possible. Let's get back to our tutorial. So you can see me add some water to the blender cup and now I'm going to go ahead and blend this mixture again. I had to blend it twice to ensure that it came out as smooth as I needed it to be. Now I'm going to be using this as a deep conditioner, but as a pre-poo deep conditioner. The pre-poo deep conditioner is the one you apply to your hair and let it sit for a couple of minutes before you proceed to shampoo and condition your hair. And typically when I use pre-poos, I don't deep condition anymore after I apply my conditioner. So for this routine, on this hair wash day, I'm going to simply apply this as a pre-poo, let it sit so that it gets to work in my hair. And afterwards, when it's time to wash, I'm going to proceed to shampoo my hair, condition my hair, and then moisturize my hair and put it in a protective style. So it's that simple. Whereas if I'm going to be doing a deep conditioner in the middle of my wash day, I'm not going to be using a pre-poo. So I rarely do pre-poos and deep conditioners on the same day. It's either pre-poos or deep conditioners. Now pre-poos are also deep conditioners, especially ones like this. People often get it confused. Pre-poos are deep conditioners. They are hot oil treatment pre-poos, but this particular one is a deep conditioner pre-poo. So this is the one that's applied before you shampoo your hair, and they are ones that you apply right in the middle of your wash day. You guys already know the drill. I'm going to proceed to strain my fenugreek. Now I'm using a wig cap. You can use a cheesecloth or a sieve, but make sure that the fenugreek grains do not pass through whatever you're using to strain. So you can see how thick this paste is. You can add just a little bit of water to lighten your paste up, and I should have done that, but I also didn't do. Another mistake. But you need your paste to be thick because the rest of the ingredients are not particularly thick in consistency. And now my favorite part, the squeeze. I like this part so much, depending on the deep conditioner, but this is one of my favorite parts to do. And I'm just simply squeezing out my fenugreek from the wig cap just to get all of that paste out. Now guys, one of the reasons I love fenugreek so much is because it has a ton of slip. You can use this to detangle your hair, and I'm going to show you guys in a minute. I used it to detangle my hair and it was more effective than I initially thought it was going to be. So now you can see the quantity of paste that I got from all of that fenugreek. Is not particularly much, and on its own this quantity of paste will not even do for half of my hair. So I went ahead to add my other ingredients, the second of which is egg, and I added just one egg for that extra kick of protein, and also because I haven't done a protein treatment in a longer time. So I just beat that egg into the fenugreek mixture, and then I stirred until everything was mixed up before I proceeded to add my third ingredient, palm oil. If you're new to the channel and you don't know about palm oil, guys, you're missing out. You need to check my playlist, the one with all of the deep conditioners that I use. I think the playlist is called hair treatment or something. But I went ahead to add palm oil, and I added 10 spoonfuls of palm oil to the fenugreek mix. I used the palm oil to top up for the fact that the fenugreek was not enough to get to all of my hair. By the time that I was done adding my palm oil, I had quite the quantity of deep conditioner. And you guys, I always tell you guys, I use one bowl to mix all of my deep conditioner, because that way I can track whether or not the quantity that I prepare is going to be sufficient for my entire head. You don't want to be stuck in the middle of your application having to prepare another quantity of deep conditioner. And now onto application. Is the next day, and my method for application is simple. But before I start, I want to remind you guys that each and every one of these hair remedies that I post on the channel are for your benefit. You can go ahead and check out every single one of them if you feel like you need to, or you can just pick one that you feel your hair would agree with, and you can try it out. See how your hair responds. If your hair loves it, that's amazing. If it doesn't, kindly switch to the next deep conditioner. The reason we have variety on here is so you can have options as well. And yes, I use every single one of these things on my hair from time to time. So my hair was a mess. I took down a protective style and I just let my hair be. I didn't put it into sections. I didn't do anything. So it was shrunken up, and I was a bit worried because I didn't want to do this in the shower. I didn't want to do this right in the middle of my wash day. That's apply the deep conditioner, because you know the way these deep conditioners are, especially the ones that you include ingredients like palm oil. Palm oil tends to leave stains, so I use deep conditioners that include ingredients like palm oil before I shampoo, so that I can get all of the color of the palm oil out. So I'm simply moisturizing each section, and then I'm trying to pat it with my hands with just water. This part wasn't easy, but I simply started to apply my deep conditioner, and guys, this does such a great job of detangling your hair. You won't even need to use a comb, and you won't struggle as much if your hair is really tangled. So I simply went ahead and applied that generously to each section of hair, and then I proceeded to detangle as much as I could using my fingers before putting each section into a twist. Let us finally talk about the ingredients of this deep conditioner. The first ingredient was fenugreek. Now, I've used fenugreek severally on this channel, and fenugreek is also known as methi. It's rich in iron and protein, and it's used as a remedy for thinning hair and scalp conditions such as dandruff and itchiness. Fenugreek also helps you grow thick, long, and healthy hair. And for me, it's one of my favorite things to use because it just has a ton of slip. And I love things that have slip because it just makes working with your hair so much easier. The second ingredient was egg, a single egg. And a single egg is enough for this deep conditioner. Eggs are a rich source of protein, and they're rich in vitamins, which make hair damage resistant, help with hair growth, and also help to decrease shedding and hair loss. And last but not least, palm oil, another one of my absolute favorite things to use. It's rich in vitamins, especially vitamin E. It helps to promote cell growth of hair follicles. It helps to boost hair growth as well as strengthen hair strands, and it also helps to prevent your hair from becoming brittle and weak. It also helps to cleanse your scalp and keep scalp diseases at bay. Now, this is just a summary of all of the ingredients that I used. If you want details, I will try to make more videos using these ingredients, but I already have videos using some of these ingredients on the channel. So as you can see here, I'm done applying my deep conditioner, and I just went ahead to apply the excess all over my hair. And afterwards, I put it in a bun and wrapped it with a plastic bag. I let that sit for for 20 minutes before I proceeded to complete my wash day. At the end of the day, this is the amount of hair that I lost in the process of detangling while applying this conditioner, and I lost about twice this by the time I was done with my entire wash day. And this is my hair after washing before moisturizing. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and bye.